Hello friends, let's discuss current affairs and in this fortnight's video we have this question on the Commonwealth Games. Now the Commonwealth Games relate to those countries that were once a part of the British Empire. Of course, there is no British Empire today and most of these countries are independent. Have what are called dominion state, what we call dominion status. Like these countries have chosen to retain the British monarch as the head of their own country. Like they aren't a republic. That's what it means. Australia is not a republic. New Zealand is not. Canada is not a republic. Now, what does this mean? What's a republic? A republic is a system in which the head of the country is an elected representative. In each of these countries, Australia, to repeat, Australia, New Zealand, and Canada, the head of the country is a British monarch. Whereas in India, we became a republic on 26 January 1950 because on that day we chose to have an independent elected head of the state. So the first president of India was sworn into office, and as you know, in India, the president is the head of the state. So the first president of India was sworn into office on 26 January 1950, and that's why, ladies and gentlemen, India is called a republic, and that's why on 26 January we celebrate our Republic Day. Now, the 2026 Commonwealth Games were scheduled to be held in Victoria state of Australia. But given that their economy overall, the economic conditions in that state have not been very good, they said they just raised their hand and said, "Well, we don't want to host these games." Then the neighboring place, Gold Coast, they said, okay, we could also share the burden with you. But after some time, they also said, well, it's not our cup of chai. So now who would host the games? Scotland came forward. Scotland came forward, and Scotland. So one of the major city in Scotland is Glasgow. The other is Edinburgh. Glasgow said, okay, we'll host it, but we will cut down, we will not put in our own money. That is the money that is scheduled, set aside for welfare activities of the people of Scotland shall not be used for this. So who would give the money? Well, Australian Commonwealth Games Association gave $200 million Australian dollars. 200 million Australian dollars. Yes, the money comes from there. And a little more money has come from the Scottish government, but there are a lot of things. One, they have cut down on the number of games. These are games: wrestling, badminton, hockey, in which we are damn good, my friends. Shooting and all that. We have won most of our medals in the Commonwealth Games in these events, but they have been removed now. At the same time, there won't be a games village. No games village. Athletes would come, stay in certain places. That's about it. So they are looking at cutting down costs. Now imagine if this had happened in a country like India. Yeah, the West would have gone to hammer and tongs, lambasting, criticizing India as a poor, desperate country. Now look, this happened in Australia and later in the UK, of which Scotland is a part. See, the West is silent, bizarrely, strangely silent on all these things, because it suits their convenience. Yeah. So there is no particular motto, no particular emblem for this as of today. There is some logo they have. I didn't put it here, but nothing significant any which way. So 2026 Commonwealth Games will be held in Glasgow, Scotland. As far as choices are concerned, Gold Coast. Okay, look at choice one, Birmingham. Birmingham, my friends, hosted the last Commonwealth Games in 2022. 2022. Okay, so that's about it. The International Monetary Fund, in its annual publication of World Economic Outlook, has retained India's economic growth in financial year 25 at 7%. Now, what is financial year here? The one that started on 1st of April, last year, and that So when I say last year, I'm talking of this financial year. I'm sorry. Financial year 25 would mean the one that started on April 1st, 2024, and it's going to end on 31st of March next year. So in this 12-month period, India's economy is likely to grow at 7%. And ladies and gentlemen, this would make India the largest, the fastest growing large economy in the world. So look, these are all subject to conjectures. Some Japanese brokerage house has said yesterday it said, Nomura had said that India's growth is likely to slow down this year because of a lot of factors. But we'll see how it is. See, there are two major wars happening, one in Ukraine, the other in West Asia, and that could disrupt a lot of things. Which also means that, and plus there is an election in the US, a lot of uncertainty is built around that election. And monsoon also plays a role, weather plays a role, climate plays a role. So weather is local, climate is over a larger area. Weather is day to day, climate is over a longer period of time. So as I said, these are all conjectures, guesses. On the basis of this could happen, kind of thing. But if certain variables change, the outcome will also change. Now, as far as chief economist of the IMF is concerned, his name is Pierre, P-I-E-R-R-E, Pierre Olivier, O-L-I-V-I-E-R, Olivier Gourinchas, G-O-U-R-I-N-C-H-A-S. I repeat, Pierre Olivier Gourinchas. Pierre Olivier Gourinchas. Okay, he's from France, by the way. The first ever rupee denominated line of credit extended by India for project financing to any country under the India Development and Ideas Economic Assistance Scheme called IDEAS was extended to Mauritius. This is where Mauritius is. Okay, see, rupee denominated line of credit means we would lend them money. Technically, it's not money. We would tell them that, look, you can import from India. You can import anything from India. You don't have to pay for now. You could pay this later. So it's a line of credit we give. Okay, it's like udar, buy on udar kind of thing. And line of credit is also sometimes used by India. Okay, we will give you paisa. We'll also give you paisa, but rupees, which you can use to pay for some other stuff from some other country. Which is difficult, of course, but increasingly Indian currency is being used in some parts of the world. So Mauritius, there you go, my friends. Mauritius is predominantly Hindu. So is, if you look at a country called Seychelles there. Yes, Seychelles is here. So Mauritius, Seychelles, Fiji, these are all predominantly Hindu nations. Let me take you further. So when I say Hindu nations, I'm not exactly talking about religion. I'm talking about the people who are of Indian origin, people who went from here or who were forcibly taken or who went voluntarily to these places to work as labor, basically, okay, to engage in economic activity in the 19th century. Mauritius' capital, we'll focus on the capitals here. Mauritius' capital, as you can see, is Port Louis. Is it? Yeah, Port Louis, P-O-R-T, Port Louis, L-O-U-I-S, Port Louis. Seychelles is Victoria. Okay. Madagascar, you can see this is Madagascar here. Madagascar, my friends, is a pretty large island. In fact, it's the fourth largest island in the world. Largest would be Greenland, second the New Guinea island, third would be Borneo. It's not in the map there, it's in Indonesia, and fourth is Madagascar. Madagascar's capital, as you can see here, is Antananarivo. Antananarivo, A-N-T-A-N-A-N-A-R-I-V-O. Antananarivo. Somalia up here. Somalia's capital is Mogadishu, M-O-G-A-D-I-S-H-U, Mogadishu. And of course, Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka's capital is Colombo. In fact, it has two capitals. One is Colombo, which most of us are familiar with. The other is Sri Jayawardhanepure, Kotte, K-O-T-T-E. Sri Jayawardhanepure, Kotte. Now, Kotte, Sri Jayawardhanepure Kotte is an extension of Colombo. It's more of a suburb of Colombo, basically. Okay. Whom did the CJI, Chief Justice of India, Dhananjay Yashwant Chandrachud, recommend to the central government for appointment as the 51st Chief Justice of India, Justice Sanjeev Khanna, who will have a tenure of 183 days. 183 days. D.Y. Chandrachud has had a little over 2-year tenure, I think, but his father, Yashwant Vishnu Chandrachud. Let me repeat, Yashwant, that is Dhananjay Yashwant Chandrachud. So Yashwant Vishnu Chandrachud was the longest serving CJI of India. He had the longest tenure for any Chief Justice of India. Okay, he became the Chief Justice in 1978, and till 85, his superannuation, he was a CJI. So Yashwant Vishnu Chandrachud had the longest tenure for any Chief Justice in India, that is of 7 years, between 1978 and 85. Okay, so that's about it, I guess. The following nations were certified as malaria free by the World Health Organization in October 2024. Egypt. Now, malaria is a disease, is a major disease. In fact, it kills more people than any other disease in the world. It is true, my friends. It kills about 4.9 lakh people. Of who 4.2 lakh people die in Africa. Yeah. See, when is a country declared malaria free? As of today, there are 40 countries that are malaria free. Now, that happens if the country has at least 3 consecutive years of zero native malaria cases. So in the preceding 3 years, if a country has had no malaria native case, that is indigenous within the country, zero incidence of malaria, then the country can apply for a certificate from the WHO defining it as malaria free. As of today, there are 40 such countries. 40 such countries. Egypt. You see, usually malaria, mosquitoes and all that could be found in the tropics. That is where the warm temperature is. As you move away from the tropics, the temperature gets a bit colder and a lot colder towards the end. That is the poles. Malaria, that is mosquitoes, don't survive in such weather, such climatic conditions, cold climatic conditions. But of late, the earth is heating up because of global warming. Malaria, mosquitoes could be found even in the north, my friends. Yes, I'm not kidding. Please read up a bit about this. Yeah. What are the capitals of these places? Egypt is Cairo, C-A-I-R-O, Cairo. Jordan, Amman, A-M-M-A-N, Amman. Libya's capital is Tripoli, T-R-I-P-O-L-I, Tripoli. Ethiopia, Addis Ababa, A-D-D-I-S, Addis Ababa, A-B-A-B-A, Ababa. Sudan, Khartoum, K-H-A-R-T-O-U-M, Khartoum. India signed the host country agreement with the Global Biofuels Alliance to establish the alliance's secretariat in India. See, the Global Biofuels Alliance has about 25 member nations with 12 plus 12 organizations like World Economic Forum, Asian Development Bank. They are all members basically. As far as countries are concerned, India, Japan, Argentina, South Africa, the United States are all members. Now, biofuels are about, the race is against, against fossil fuels these days. There is increasing concern regarding the use of fossil fuels like coal, petrol, whatever comes from coal, petrol, diesel, kerosene and all that. So people are moving a bit towards biofuels like corn-based ethanol and all that stuff. For groundbreaking research on how institutions shape prosperity, the 2024 Nobel Prize in Economics went to, the answers found there. Now look, I have read their book, Why Nations Fail. The three guys have written a book called Why Nations Fail. In fact, two have written Why Nations Fail, FAIL. I read the book, and in my next session, which will be a big screen session, the usual studio session, this is happening because these videos are happening in via small screen kind of thing. Because I'm traveling a lot. Your teacher is traveling, and because we don't want you to lose out on understanding, knowing about what's happening around us, we are coming up with these kinds of videos. But as soon as I settle down after my long official work, touring different places, I'll come back to the studio. So we will go back to all these things. I'll show you a book, Why Nations Fail. And in this book, the authors start with their discussion on the border between United States and Mexico. How on one side of the border there is prosperity, on the US side, the other side there is poverty. Now, why there is prosperity? Because there is rule of law, there are institutions, there are codes, there are municipal corporations, there is police and all that, and they are responsible, they are accountable. And on the other side, Mexico, there is a widespread poverty. That's because there is no institutional mechanism that would help bring development to this part of the world, and there is of course no accountability also. A lot of things could be learned if we read, my friends. Yeah. But I read the book before these guys got the Nobel Prize. When you have the 75th International Astronautical Organization Congress. The Congress is meeting Milan, Italy. Now, the 75th International Astronautical Congress was held in Milan, of course, Milan, Italy. Milan is also called the fashion capital of the world. The theme was responsible space for sustainability. Let me repeat, responsible space for sustainability. Okay, so that's about it. And you know what? The ICA, International Astronautical Congress, was founded in 1951. 1951. If you look at these choices here, Paris, it's home to UNESCO. Geneva, home to a lot of organizations, including the World Health Organization. New York, well, it's home to the United Nations. New Delhi is home to a lot of organizations, of course. It's you can look at it this way. It's next to New Delhi is Gurugram, and NCR, if we make it a part of New Delhi, New Delhi is a part of NCR, of course. Gurugram and all that. Gurugram is home to the International Solar Alliance. So, who is the 26th Director General of the Indian Coast Guard? Paramesh Shivamani. He succeeds the recently deceased Rakesh Pal. Sri Rakesh Pal died recently. It was a sudden kind of thing. He died in hospital, and he is succeeded by Paramesh Shivamani. What about choice 3? V.S. Pathania. V.S. Pathania, my friends, he is the previous Director General of Indian Coast Guard. So before Paramesh, there was Rakesh Pal. Before Rakesh Pal, there was V.S. Pathania. Now B. Srinivasan is the Director General of, if I'm not wrong, National Security Guard. You could double check this. In case I'm wrong, please leave a comment. Okay, National Security Guard. B. Srinivasan, Director General, National Security Guard. Coming to Daljit Chaudhary, he is the Director General of the Border Security Force, BSF, Border Security Force. With which of the following nations did India sign an audiovisual co-production agreement? Well, Colombia. This is Colombia, my friends. It's the only country in the world named after Christopher Columbus. You see the capitals are mentioned here. Bogota, B-O-G-O-T-A, Bogota. Peru is Lima. This is Lima. Venezuela's capital is Caracas, C-A-R-A-C-A-S, Caracas. Coming to Bolivia, one of the only two landlocked countries with no access to sea in South America. There are two capitals of Bolivia. One is La Paz. La Paz, it's mentioned there. The other is Sucre. S-U-C-R-E. S-U-C-R-E. Sucre. Sucre. S-U-C-R-E. Okay. La Paz is the highest capital city in the world by altitude. Highest capital city in the world by altitude. Now coming to, should I tell you the names of the leaders of these countries, because the capitals are mentioned there. Peru, Dina Boluarte. Dina, D-I-N-A, Dina Boluarte, B-O-L-U-A-R-T-E, Boluarte. Venezuela, there is a dictator named Nicolas Maduro, N-I-C-O-L-A-S, Nicolas Maduro, M-A-D-U-R-O. Maduro. Colombia's president is Gustavo Petro. Gustavo, G-U-S-T-A-V-O. Gustavo Petro, P-E-T-R. Petro. Gustavo Petro. Bolivia. Bolivia's capital is, president is Luis Arce. L-U-I-S. Luis Arce, A-R-C-E. Argentina, pretty large country, named after a metal called argentinum or argentum. Argentina's president is Javier Milei, spelled J-A-V-I-E-R. Javier is the spelling, but pronunciation is Javier. J-A-V-I-E-R. Javier Milei, M-I-L-E-I. Okay. Who has been appointed the National Ambassador promoting cyber safety by the Indian Cyber Coordination Center under the Ministry of Home Affairs, headed by Amit Shah. Rashmika Mandana, actress in South India, of course, she is moving across boundary, regional barriers, of course. Tollywood, Mollywood, Bollywood, all that stuff. Nothing much to discuss here. But cybercrime has increased a great deal. Yesterday, I read a report that Indians have lost 120 crore rupees to the digital arrest scam. Digital arrest scam. Can you believe that? People fall to such stupidities, and you will find that most of these people are well-educated people, doctors, techies, and all that stuff. 120 crores, and this is reported. The Competition Commission of India has approved the proposed acquisition of about 25% shareholding in Future Generali India Insurance and about 25%, a little over 25% shareholding in Future Generali India Life Insurance. One is general insurance, other is life insurance. This is being purchased by the Central Bank of India, whose chairperson, whose CEO is Matam Venkatarao. Matam, M-A-T-A-M, Matam Venkatarao. Matam Venkatarao. See, Generali is, an Italian company. I think, it's an Italian insurance company. Yeah. They've had a tie-up with the Future Group in India, but the Future Group went bankrupt. So that stake is now being taken by Central Bank of India. What about the choices here? State Bank of India. State Bank of India's chairperson is Srinivasulu Shetty. Challa Srinivasulu Shetty. S-H-E-T-T-Y. Shetty. Axis Bank, Amitabh Chaudhary. Bank of Baroda, Debadatta Chand. Oh, we didn't discuss choice 3. Punjab National Bank, Atul Kumar Goyal. With which other following did the Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship partner to launch an artificial intelligence assistant for the Skill India mission and establish 5 centers of excellence in virtual reality and mixed reality? Meta. Meta owns a company called Oculus, a virtual reality company, or Oculus. To this, they are coming up with this entire technology platform. Okay. Now, I want you to know one thing here. Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. There is, it's a Ministry of State. It's headed by the Ministry of State. It's not a direct cabinet mission, but it's a Ministry of State, Minister of State with independent charge. And that guy's name who heads this ministry is Jayant Chaudhary. Jayant Chaudhary. Jayant Chaudhary. Choices: Amazon's will look at the CEOs. Andy Jassy, Andy Jassy, Andy Jassy, Jassy, Andy Jassy. Apple CEO is Tim Cook. Tim Cook. CEO of Microsoft, Satya Narayana Nadella. Satya Narayana Nadella. 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 Satya Narayana Nadella. Google, Sundar Rajan Pichai. Sundar Rajan Pichai. Meta, Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg. With which of the following nations did India sign a contract for the procurement of 31 MQ-9B Predator drones? This Predator drone is one of the world's most advanced drones. Basically, a drone is an unmanned aerial vehicle. Unmanned aerial vehicle, UAV. So we are buying this from the US. Okay. You know, there's not much to discuss here, of course. Which country hosted the first ASEAN-India Track 1 cyber policy dialogue? Everywhere there is a cyber policy happening around, because it has assumed increasingly important role because of hackers, people breaking into systems, enemy nations doing this, and China is the biggest actor in cyber hacking. You should know one thing here. ASEAN's common enemy is China. Most of the members of ASEAN have a common enemy, China. So do we have. So does India. Now, ASEAN is Association of Southeast Asian Nations. Let me repeat. Association of Southeast Asian Nations. Association of Southeast Asian Nations. It's headquartered in Jakarta, capital of Indonesia. It's here. Jakarta. Now it has 10 members. 10 members. The 10 members go like this. I'm reading these names for you. Burma or Myanmar. This one. 1, 2, Thailand. 3, Laos. 4, Cambodia. 5, Vietnam. 6, Philippines. 7, you can see here, Malaysia has 2 components. So, Malaysia 7, 8, Indonesia here. Within the Malaysian portion is 9, Brunei, and 10th is Singapore at the tip of the Malaysian peninsula. Okay, so all the 10 members. Now, the heads of these organizations, countries, so do you want the heads or the capitals? Let's write the heads. Malaysia, Anwar Ibrahim, Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim. Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim. Indonesia has a new president, Prabowo, 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 Prabowo. Subianto, Subianto, Subianto. Vietnam has a new president, Luang Quang. Yes. Luong, Luang Quang, Cuong, Luang Quang, Luang Quang. Laos, this is Laos, the only country in this part of the world which is landlocked. Laos, like Vietnam, is a communist country. Laos's president is Thongloun Sisulit. Thongloun, Thongloun, Thongloun Sisulit, Sisoulit. Lith. Singapore's Prime Minister is Lawrence Wong, Wong. Dash, an abolitionist and a labor activist of Nepal, won the 2024 Global Anti-Racism Championship Award. Urmila Chaudhary is from Nepal. Now, she was a bonded labor. Yes, she was a bonded labor, and in Nepal, there is a particular system of bonded labor called Kamalari, Kamalari, Kamalari. So in this kind of a system, a person is bonded for whatever reasons, lack of payment, and there could be debt, there could be something else and all. So Urmila became free, fought against the system later, and has also fought against caste prejudice. Yeah. So she's received this award. Who has been appointed as the MD and CEO of Bandhan Bank for a period of 3 years? Well, the answer is Partha Pratim Sengupta. Look at choice 1. Choice 1, Chandrasekhar Ghosh is the founder of Bandhan Bank. Choice 3, Prashant Kumar, Yes Bank. Choice 4, Sandeep Bakshi, CEO, ICICI Bank. Choice 5, Sumant Katpalia is the CEO of IndusInd Bank. The Global Multidimensional Poverty Index 2024, with the theme Poverty Amid Conflict, has been released by the United Nations Development Programme and Oxford Poverty and Human Development Initiative of Oxford University. See, there are too many things here, but multidimensional poverty index. So there is someone who's poor. Person does not earn this much per day, the person is declared poor. But this index, GMP, is slightly different. GMP is an index that measures the percentage of households in a country divided along 3 dimensions. 1 is monetary policy, paisa. 2, education. 3, capturing basic infrastructure services. Now, when we say, education, a lot of people are, they don't have access to school and all that. Within a family, someone could be poorer than the other. For example, young boy is sent to school, but not his sister. You got it? So the sister is relatively poorer than the boy. Within the family, the boy is sent to an English medium school, and the girl is sent to a local language or vernacular, mother tongue language, language school. Again, there is poverty. The girl is poorer than the boy. Sometimes the mother eats in the end, and she eats what's left over. So she is poorer than the others. So there are multiple ways of measuring poverty, my friends. It's all relative. And based on that, you look at the bottom one. 83.2% of the world's 1.1 billion multidimensionally poor people. So there are 1,100 crore. That is, we have more than 1.1 billion. That is 1,100 crore people who are multidimensionally poor and who live in South Asia and Sub-Saharan Africa, below the Sahara Africa. Yeah. So 110 crores are multidimensionally poor. Within this, South Asia has 40 crore people, my friends. 40 crore people. So that's a lot of people who are desperately poor. UNDP, United Nations Development Programme, is headed by Achim Steiner. Achim, Achim Steiner, Steiner, Achim Steiner. He is from Brazil and Germany. Dual citizenship, Brazil and Germany. India dispatched the first consignment of 12 hemodialysis machines with portable RO reverse osmosis units to strengthen the healthcare system of Papua New Guinea. The Prime Minister there, James Marape, he sought the blessings of Prime Minister Modi when he visited that place. By touching his feet, yes, he did that. The Prime Minister of PNG touched the feet of Prime Minister Modi to seek his blessings. This is Papua New Guinea. A while ago I mentioned that New Guinea is an island, the second biggest island after Greenland. This is New Guinea, this entire island. The western portion is Indonesia, eastern portion is the country of PNG, Papua New Guinea. The capital, we'll stick to capital. Capital is Port Moresby, Moresby, Port Moresby. Tuvalu, this is Tuvalu, tiny country, my friends. Tuvalu's capital is Funafuti, 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 Funafuti. Samoa is here. Samoa is the capital is Apia, APIA, Apia. Fiji is down here. Fiji's capital is Suva, SUVA, Suva. Solomon Islands are here, and their capital is Honiara, Honiara, Honiara. Name the venue of the 16th BRICS summit held in October 2024. Kazan is in Russia. So there are 9 members of the BRICS now. 9 members. We have the 5: Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. Then you have Egypt and Ethiopia in Africa. Ethiopia and Egypt, Africa. They share a border also. I'm not very sure. No, they don't share a border. In between comes Sudan. So we have what is that? I was talking about 4 new members apart from the 5 old: Egypt, Ethiopia, and then UAE, United Arab Emirates, and Iran. United Arab Emirates and Iran. So 4 new or 5 old. So overall 9 members. The 2025 summit of BRICS would be held in Brazil. Brazil, 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 2025. NASA, National Aeronautics and Space Administration, launched its largest spacecraft for a planetary mission to examine whether one of Jupiter's moons has conditions to support life. The spacecraft will study Europa. Jupiter has 95 satellites, moons, 95 moons. We have 1 moon. Jupiter has 95, and of these 95, the biggest is, I think, Ganymede, choice 1, Ganymede. The biggest is Ganymede. Okay. In October 2024, President Draupadi Murmu visited Algeria, Mauritania, and Malawi. This is Algeria, the biggest country in Africa by area. Algeria, the capital is Algiers, Algiers, Algiers. Mauritania, 90% of the country is, more than 90% is in the Sahara. Okay, this is Mauritania. Its capital is Nouakchott. I'll spell N-U, I repeat, N-U-O-K, no, not N-U, N-O-U, I'm sorry, N-O-U, oh, it's mentioned, N-O-U-A-K-C-H-O-T-T, C-H-O-T-T, Nouakchott. Malawi, down here, this is Malawi, this, you see this here? This is Malawi. Malawi's capital is Lilongwe, L-I-L-O-N-G-W-E-E, Lilongwe. Okay, I'll give you the names of the leaders of just these 3 countries. Malawi, Lazarus Chakwera. Lazarus, Lazarus, Lazarus Chakwera, Chakwera, Chakwera. Mauritania, that is a very long name, I remember. Muhammad Ould Gajnovi, you just write Muhammad Ould, O-U-L-D, Muhammad Ould. Muhammad Ould. Algeria's president is Abdel Majid Tebboune. Abdel Majid Tebboune. 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 The world's total public debt is set to exceed $100 trillion this year, as per the fiscal monetary report released by the International Monetary Fund. The world is swimming in debt. Of this $100 trillion, nearly $34 trillion, $33.5 trillion is owed by the Americans. Yes. And I'm going to start my next class with a story on debt. D-E-B-T. Okay. I love stories, and more so if they relate to economics. Okay. Look at choice 4, UNCTAD, which is United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. I repeat, United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. It's a UN body. Its head, that is Secretary General or Director General, is Rebecca Greenspan. Rebecca, R-E-B-E-C-A. R-E-B-E-C-A. Rebecca Greenspan. G-R-Y-N-S-P-A-N. G-R-Y-N-S-P-A-N. Greenspan. Where is she from? Costa Rica. Costa Rica in Central America. Costa Rica. Who has been sworn in as the second chief minister, the chief minister of Haryana for the second time? Naib Singh Saini. What about choices here? Mohan Yadav. Mohan Yadav, my friends, is the Mohan Yadav is the chief minister of, what is this place? Madhya Pradesh. Chief minister of Madhya Pradesh. Choice 2, Odisha. CM of Odisha. Maji Saab is the CM of Odisha. Atishi Marlina, she is the CM of Delhi. CM of Delhi. Bhajanlal Sharma, Rajasthan CM. Rajasthan CM. That's all from me, Bharat C. Jain. Have a lot of fun. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. And stay curious.